This is the 2013 Dodge Charger SRT pack. There are several things that distinguish the SRT from the standard V6 and other V8 Chargers. For one, we have the SRT emblem on the grille, the SRT emblem on the factory wheels with the bright red Brembo brake calipers, and the 6.4 liter Hemi badge on the side, and an SRT emblem on the rear trunk lid. From a distance, it's difficult to distinguish this SRT from the other RT models or a V6 with a lot of the outside graphics. I thought it'd be nice if we got some bigger hood stripes or decals or something. But then again, this is a nice looking vehicle and did get a lot of compliments. The main feature that really separates the SRT from other Chargers is the 6.4 liter Hemi engine. Puts out 470 horsepower. In the old days, the 426 Hemi engine back in the 1970s was considered king. This is a far better engine. It's more powerful, faster, gets better gas mileage. Rated at 14 to 23 miles per gallon with a 17 of average. We'll talk a bit more about this engine later, but this is probably the best V8 Chrysler ever made, in my opinion anyway. One area where the Dodge Charger has improved can be found in the cabin. The materials and workmanship of the interior are far improved. Plus we get a very nice gauge cluster with lots of information, a nice information screen, a decent sized glove box, and what's more important, climate controls that are very easy, simple to use and understand. In this case, the interior is even better because of the SRT seats, which are very comfortable. Overall, Dodge has done a pretty good job of improving the inside of this vehicle. On the SRT, you have some useful features on the information screen. Down on the bottom right, you press SRT. In the middle, you have the SRT Performance button. From there, you have Sport and Track button mode right here. You press it once, that firms up the shocks. Press it twice, it puts you in the Sport Track mode, which also modifies your transmission shift points. You also have a gauge cluster, which reveals specific information: oil temp, oil pressure, battery voltage. You have a computer that records the G-forces for cornering ability on the street or track. And the computer timer that records the 0 to 60 time, the 1/8 mile and 1/4 mile, and the best braking distance. There are also buttons here for current times, your last times, and your best times. Currently my best time for 0 to 60 was 5.1 seconds, although it seems to have been erased from the screen. Once we get to drive the car more, we'll see if we can beat that time. This camera isn't designed for night use, but I thought I'd get a shot of the instrument panel when it's all lit up in the evening anyway. Makes for a pretty good light display. I think the Dodge Charger has one of the sharpest looking taillight assemblies on any car I've driven for a while. And even if you don't agree, it's certainly one of the brightest. But I think it looks real nice. Another advantage is the engine power, allowing you to pass if you're in a big hurry. Like so. For those interested, my best 0 to 60 time according to the computer was 4.9 seconds. That's a little bit slower than the Challenger I had, which was 4.7 seconds, but that's quick enough for me. Top speed, I'm told, is 168, but I think I'll pass on trying that. Frankly, I just wanted to enjoy the car, take it out for a nice spin on the back roads, and for that it did pretty good. The base price of a Charger SRT runs around $45,000. You might find some options added on top of that. I had a sunroof, upgraded stereo, bigger tires, which I found rather useful. Also had adaptive radar cruise control, which I didn't find useful. Overall, it came to just under $52,000. That includes a $1,000 gas guzzler tax. There's also another choice, the Chrysler 300 SRT, for around $3,000 more. If these prices seem high, they're really not, because if you want a full-size family sedan with this much power, your only real alternative would be to move up to a Cadillac CT-SV for $77,000, or switch over to a European car like Jaguar, Mercedes, BMW, or Audi. And those in this size with that much power would run around $100,000. So in that respect, the SRT is a nice bargain. And if you're a fan of Dodge cars, I think you'll find this a very, very sweet ride and be very pleased if you own one. Overall, this is a very nice car.